Alright, here's the thing. I have tested over 400 products in the recent years, and I'm not here to dump another top 25 list on you. What you actually need is the logic behind each product I chose for this car, this paint, this condition. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through this full detail on this Golf R, showing you what exactly I use and why to make this paint as perfect as possible. If you follow this reasoning, I guarantee you'll get better results because detailing is what I do all day long. Now, there's many of you guys that reach out to me personally to ask about all the time about the best products. So I want to make sure that you guys understand detailing is not all about the best products. It's about the technique, the skills, the experience. The best products are going to help you to get the results faster. They're going to give you a tad bit better results. But overall, what you need to do is improve your skills and just get more experience in general. Take your time, refine your skills, inspect your results, try what works best in certain situations. Detailing is all about assessing the condition of what you want to clean or what you want to improve. And with that being said, let's jump right into this process. Now, today's subject for this detail is a beautiful 2022 Mark 8 Golf R, very nice paint. The car looks pretty good, it's lowered, it has an exhaust, it's tuned, it's a very nice car in general. The owner is a real car enthusiast, and the car has been maintained with the knowledge that this person has. But overall, this car needs to be at the top of his game for the summer, all right? So that's the plan. So this car is in for the interior full detail to bring it back to the new look level. And then we want a ceramic coat of wheels. There's a second set of wheels in the trunk that I'm gonna show you. And obviously the full detail on the exterior is gonna be the wash, decon, paint correction, and we're gonna apply a long-term protection. Now, this Golf R is not in the worst shape that I've seen, but it had a few owners. This car has been through the automatic car wash with the brushes, the rolls, and there's many deep scratch along the roof, up top, on the sides, and on the trunk lid. Now, you'll want to stay tuned to find out my formula, my game plan to remove all these scratches and bring back the gloss and the shine that this paint deserves. Now, step number one is going to be the interior of the car. I want to clean that interior first, blow out all that dust, all that debris outside of the car. So that's gonna make a big cloud of dust and debris in the garage. So this is why I want to get rid of the interior first. Imagine if you were to perfect the paint, paint correct it, ceramic coat it, and then you finish it off with an interior. All that dust is gonna land on the car afterwards, and it's just gonna be a recipe for a nightmare. So let's start with the interior. I want to pull out the floor mats, pull out everything that is removable from the car first. And for the WeatherTech mat, what I want to reach for is Cush Chemie Green Star that I have diluted in this spray bottle. And I always like to use a semi-stiff brush like the Detail Factory tire brush. This brush has just the right stiffness to clean pretty much every hard plastic, and it does a great job at dislodging dirt and not damaging any material. So pretty straightforward, spray, brush, and rinse, let it dry. With the WeatherTech mats out of the way, the first step I want to do is to use an air compressor. If you are serious about cleaning interiors, deep cleaning them and getting them as perfect as possible, you'll have to use an air compressor. That's just a reality, that's just a must-have that you need to have to deep clean interiors. If you're still trying to perfect interiors without an air compressor, I don't know what you are doing. So in this instance, I like to use the Tornador blow gun. I've had this for many years, it never let me down. It's made of aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a real stud when it comes to air compressor and blowing out stuff. There's many copycats out there, but in my mind, if I were to buy a new gun, I would always trust the brand Tornador for this task. So pretty straightforward, use the vacuum and blow out all the nooks and crannies. What I like to do is start from the back and blowing towards the front. So once I have removed around 80% of the debris in the carpets, I'll go to the rest of the car, blow all the plastic, the dash, the cup holders, the leather between the seam and the stitches in the leather. It's very important to push that with your hand and just blow all these cracks with the Tornador to get the best job possible before introducing any amount of water or cleaners. So my vacuum of choice has been the Rigid that you can find at your Home Depot with the detailing toolkit. I've had that for a decade and it's still working like a champ. As long as you clean the filter and change the bag, you'll be all right. This is a great vacuum, not the quietest, but it works like a champ. Moving on towards the driver's carpet, there's a real big chunk of salt residue. If you live in the Northeast, you might recognize these white spots. This crust is as hard as a rock, so there's a real technique to remove that. We can get 100% of that out, but you'll have to use the right product and the right tool. So in this instance, I'm reaching out for Gion Q2M fabric cleaner, which is a really great carpet cleaner. Does not have a harsh smell, is not too strong, but has some teeth to clean those type of stains. So I'll pre-treat the carpet or the stains with Gion fabric cleaner. So this is a new product that I've got this year. I'm really impressed so far with it. For these type of stains, guys, I don't care what anybody says. At this point, I have mastered cleaning of an interior, and the only thing that works for these big stains of salt, big buildup, is going to be the hottest water that you can find, which where I'm going towards is boiling water. So for this, I'm using the mighty 8070 light extractor. This has a powerful water heater in it. So when this thing is primed up, you'll get near boiling water coming out of the nozzle. And finally, I'll do a few more passes to make sure I have removed all that foam, all that cleaner out of the carpet before moving to the other part of the car. Now the rest of the interior isn't too bad, but the owner mentioned that he wanted the leather to be degreased. So for this one, I opted to go with the Scrub Ninja and PNS Express, which is the perfect balance of cleaning power that I was looking for. Not too weak, not too strong, something just above the pH neutral. No need for extreme power in this one. So pretty straightforward. PNS Express is a great product to clean and wipe off with no residue left behind. The product flashes really quick. There's a good foaming ability. I'm not a huge fan of the fragrance in this product for some reason, but it's a great product in general. Now with the interior almost perfect, I want to keep the windows for later. So I mentioned to you guys that I have another set of wheels to ceramic coat. These wheels are brand new. The tire is used, but the wheels are never been on the road, so that's going to be very easy to prepare and ceramic coat. We just have to take our time to really apply the coating properly and not leave any high spots, especially the wheels being gloss black. If you get in a high spot, that's going to jump to you really quick. So for this wheel, I want something that is robust, that's gonna last a long time, that I have trust in that brand, in that product. So for this, I decided to go with the Bola Solution wheel and rim coat. So I'm a firm believer in wheel coatings. There's a few coatings on the market that I like, such as Gion Rim and the Bola Solution rim and wheel coat. A very good product, not the easiest to apply, but I know this product is really concentrated. That's gonna give me the durability that I'm looking for, and that's gonna do a really good job at repelling all that dirt and that brake dust over time. Now, while I was prepping the wheels, I noticed a big chunk of a beige or white residue. I don't know what it was, but it has some kind of rubber texture to it, so I knew straight away that it was not gonna come off with the paint prep. So this is why when it comes to that type of dirt, I will always reach for Citral 266. That's gonna really melt down any buildup or contaminant that you have that is not coming off. So for the glass, in this instance, I used a rinseless wash, which was Armor Detail Supply Hero. Great rinseless wash that I pre-diluted at 1 to 128 in my IK sprayer. But the important thing here is not always the cleaner, that's gonna be your towels. So for glass, for me, it's always gonna be a waffle weave type of towel. One to agitate the cleaner and use another dry waffle weave to perfect and finish off the glass. And in my opinion, glass and windows cleaning is not that complicated. It's not that finicky as some people tend to believe. The problem with glass, they are translucent, right? So you're not gonna see all the residue, all the maybe the streaks that you have. So this is why for me, this is mandatory. I'm gonna use an inspection light such as the Scan Grid headlamp. It's gonna be a great tool to make sure that I don't have any streaking or any smudges that are gonna jump at me once I get the car outside. When it comes to the windshield, the best 20 to 30 bucks that you can invest, in my opinion, that's gonna be the Clean and Reach by Stoner Car Care. You can get this at your local Walmart. You can get this on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below. You'll get two waffle weave type of attachment like this that you can just put on this tool, right? And that's gonna be very convenient first, but you're gonna do also a better job at cleaning and reaching between the dash and the glass itself at the bottom. So you're gonna do a better edge work with this. You're gonna save your back at the same time. Now with the interior and the wheels out of the way, we're ready to pre-wash the car. I wanna do that step when the paint and the wheels are dry. So my favorite pre-wash, the most effective one and cost effective in my opinion, I like to use a lot Kosh Chemie Super Foam. I use 1 ounce in a 50 ounce IK sprayer. Now if you are working outside, I recommend that you just pre-wash the wheels first and then later on attack the paint. So once the paint and the wheels are pre-washed for me, I will start cleaning the wheels. I like to use a variety of brushes from Easy Detail that you can see in the footage. As I mentioned earlier, the most important thing when it comes to detailing and cleaning is assess what you're working on. So these wheels are aftermarket. Although they're clear coated, I don't want to use something like acid or something super aggressive for no reason. These wheels are not too bad. So when it comes to aftermarket wheels, especially black ones, I like to reach for the Gion combo. Gion tire cleaner is a great buy, good value, good product. Not the foamiest tire cleaner, but for me that does not matter. It's a really good product to pull out the brown. Next up, for the wheel itself, I reached out for Gion Iron Wheel. Really good product with the iron remover technology. This product has won my wheel testing video that I will be linking up here for you guys. So it's a very powerful product, but gentle at the same time. It's not gonna damage the wheels, and we're staying around the pH neutral type of chemical. Now with the wheels and the pre-wash out of the way, I'm ready to clean this paint. I don't wanna waste my time with a pH neutral product. In this instance, we're doing a full-blown long-term ceramic coating, so I wanna make sure to clean out the pores of that paint really well. Use something that is strong but safe at the same time. So for this one, I decided to go with Armor Detail Supply Decon Wash. It's a high pH soap, very slick. I really enjoy using. Again, I'm gonna use the Detail Factory brush. Obviously, after the wheels, you'll want to rinse that brush out, make sure there's no debris in it. But I'll use a Borsair brush to go in between all the panels, all the nooks and crannies, around the mirrors, around the headlight, between every single panel. Make sure we have a deep clean. The last thing that you wanna do is end up with dirt in the nooks and crannies once the car is dry, once the detail is finished. You don't wanna see dirt between the plastic and the trims. And obviously I'll go around the door jambs as well, around the trunk jambs. Now with the paint clean, give it a good rinse. And now I'm ready to remove the embedded dirt, which is gonna be tar, brake dust, iron particles that is stuck on the paint that is not coming off with regular washes. So for me, I always like to use the DIY Detail Decon system. So what I wanna use is the clay towel from DIY Detail. Guys, this thing is an investment that's gonna last a really long time. I've been using this for more than a year now and it's still going strong. And I like to use the iron remover combo as well. So the iron remover is going to be my lubricant at the same time. And that's gonna give me some dwell time while I go around the car and pull out all that brake dust from the paint. That's gonna be super important to drive the car really good. I like to use the Ego blower to remove all that water that is stuck between the panels, between the headlights, the tail light, the wings. After that, I wanna touch up the wheels, dry them off with a good high quality microfiber towels. And I like to use Extreme Solution Topper as my drying aid for wheels. Never failed me. Slick, add some gloss, and it's gonna help me to dry off the wheels, touch them up. A really good product. It's cost effective, so I highly recommend. You can also use this one for paint if that fits your jam. And for the tires, guys, one of my favorite part of detailing is applying the tire shine. For this one, I decided to go with NV Onyx. NV is an Australian brand. So NV Onyx, really great products, comes out as a thick cream. This is a rare thing nowadays. This product, when you apply it on your brush, it's going to be a really thick gel, which I enjoy. It's easier to spread on the tire. So NV Onyx, quickly becoming one of my favorite tire shine nowadays. Really enjoy this one. It has a caramel scent. Great product, guys. Highly recommend if you're looking for a new tire shine. That one is definitely a winner in my book. Next up, we're ready for paint correction. This paint ended up to be super hard and with that many deep scratch, probably from the automatic car wash, the brushes, right? So polishing the paint is by far the thing that caused me the most stress in detailing. I want to get the paint as perfect as possible, but I want to be careful to not damage it, and I want to be respectful of my time. The truth is this: you're not gonna get a daily driver 100% defect-free in a reasonable amount of time. It's not realistic to polish a car for 3 days. But to win at the polishing game, that's gonna be more experience and doing your test spots. This is why I opted to go with the rotary polisher. I combined it with the Lake Country Lamb's Wool pad with the foam backing. Really great pad to cut hard. So that was not giving me the results using 3D1 on my test spots. I had to find another solution because after 2 to 3 passes at 1400 RPM, it was not getting 80% out of the scratches at the bottom of the doors or below the door handle. So I opted to go with H9 from Koshimi. This is the O2 version. So I did 2 sets of passes in most area, and the scratches that were left behind, meaning that I'm not gonna spend more time to take all of them out. These probably need to be sanded with 3000 grit. The real challenge is going to be removing the holograms or the buffer trail. So for this, I like to use the Lake Country Orange HGO pad. Great pad, the perfect balance of stiffness and finishing ability. Actually, this pad finishes super good for 95% of the paint, in my opinion. A real staple of mine in my arsenal. So at first I tried to finish off with 3D1, but it was not taking out most of the holograms. It was leaving holograms behind after an inspection. I tried the Koshimi M3 microcut to remove the holograms. It was doing a good job, but again, I noticed that I had still some buffer trail after 2 passes. So my goal here is not to spend another 4 to 5 hours to remove holograms. So I gave it a last shot to find the right product to remove the holograms while using the same pad, the Lake Country HGO. I ended up using the best product to remove that. It's so fast, giving me the best gloss and 100% of the holograms out of the paint. And that product, guys, is quickly becoming one of my favorite one-step polish. Ultra good cut, ultra good finish. And you can see that also in my most recent one-step video that you can find here. So this product is P&S Rehab. One good thing that is important to notice, this product is available in 8 ounces bottles, so it's going to be cheap and pretty much a trial size for me. So grab that, and if you really want to use this on a daily basis, you can always reach out for the 32-ounce bottle. So here's the Flex Rotary 24 volt. Light machine, so no power loss with this one. You can trust Flex as a tool maker, right? And the finishing was done with my dual action. This is the Rupes HLR 15 cordless. This one is even lighter. Great machine. Highly recommend. I'll leave those in the description below. And for some of the finishing edge work between the hard body lines or the gaps to make sure I had a really good finish in all the nooks and crannies, I like to use my Flex with a 3-inch. I forgot to mention that on the windshield, I polish the windshield and I use Renex. Well, you'll be surprised, Renex, why? Well, I've been using many windshield ceramic coatings in the past and none of them have really impressed me in terms of durability. Yes, they bead water great, they are very slick, but some will provide some wiper chatter. But overall, I'm not impressed with those in terms of durability. I've compared them side by side with products such as Renex, and Renex has served me really well and lasts just as long.
So obviously, most of these products after 4 to 5 to 6 months are gonna be cooked. So you want to start over again. So cheap and effective, Rain-X. I'll have the link down below.
So what protection product I'm gonna go with for this one? Well, it was specifically asked to me to use the pan degonizer 8-year ceramic coating. It was a request. So after the polishing process, I did use the panel prep by Clean by Pan. And we obviously applied the 8-year ceramic coating all over the paint, on the glass roof, everywhere on the exterior. Really nice coating. It's just as easy as the 3-year. For me, it felt like the same. So I can't wait to get feedback from the owner, but this car looked pretty amazing. One thing that I want to mention to you guys, the footage that I took outside is not that great because there was no sun pretty much. It was a super cloudy day. So that's a real bummer to not get the true finish of this paint for you guys. But the car looked stunning in person. Everyone was ecstatic about the look of that paint. This car is ready to break next on the road this year. The car is going to be super easy to maintain as well. So remember, choose the right product for the right situation. Assess the car, assess the material that you're cleaning, and choose wisely, my friend. And now, if you want to find out the best one-step car polish, you'll want to check out that video right here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.